Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Very good evening and welcome to another exciting edition of Big Talk. Tonight on the program,
As always, it's a pleasure to have you join us here on Global Morning. I am Uyi Agbo.
You know how we do it on Social Post Extra, bringing you all the...
On the desk this evening, we have very topical issues to discuss, and of course,
Welcome to your parliamentary program, The Parliament.
Peaceful and joyful home doesn't happen by chance. It is built on
Women can rise beyond traditional boundaries to claim their rightful place as
numerous committee, about more than 12 committees.
Festival is a program that comes to you once in a week at about this time where we look into issues and discuss them. It gives you the opportunity to
World News in United Nigeria. I have a guest.
Entertainment Circle. And trust me, today you're about to get entertained.
Hello everyone and welcome to the program Talk Sports here on Global Television.
Talk Zone is that platform where we bring young and talented artists.
Stay tuned, stay inspired, stay with Global Television on DSTV Channel 365, on Star Times Channel 276.
Right, so politics, they say, never ends, even though we're dealing with so much of insecurity in our country right now. It's only natural that I still say those who are doing politics by the side. So once in a while, they find the time to respond and react to the security challenges that we're dealing with in Nigeria. And that brings us to this official membership of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and what it means for the opposition group in Nigeria. Before now, the belief has been that the PDP coordinates and galvanizes its opposition, politically speaking, but as it stands today, it appears that dynamic itself has shifted very drastically. Therefore, going into 2027, which effectively begins next year for most politicians, what will the opposition look like? All right, is it going to be an Atiku-led opposition? Is it going to be a Peter Obi-led opposition? Or is it going to be a Nyesom Wike-led opposition? The third one appears to be a joke, really, because Wike has already said that going into 2027, he's going to stick with his boss, the president, all right? And as such, it will be foolhardy to expect a man like that, given the things he has said, the pledges and commitments he has made, to now throw his weight behind the opposition.
Well, Wike is under some kind of heat right now.
Under some kind of what?
The heat. He's under kind of heat. So whatever support he gets in this heat now will determine, for me, it will determine 2027 for him. Because...
So you don't think he will deliver on his promise to support the president?
It depends on the support he gets right
So anything can still change?
Yeah, because I have seen videos where northern leaders come together to say they want Wike out, you know, with immediate effect. They have been pushing that force and narrative. Right. So, like I said, it depends on the support he gets from his boss right now. Else, if they are able to, you know, pull through. I'm talking about the northern governors now with whatever plight they have. I mean, Wike has the right to change his mind.
Yeah, to add to that, the man has even said that, look, very soon I'll let Nigerians know the party that I belong to. But that is interesting. Yeah, at the PDP secretariat last week, right? You have to be not just a member of the PDP, but a very high-ranking member for you to fight at that level or be part of the fights.
No, basically, it's because he owns the FC. He cannot do this in another state. Right? If he didn't do it, he didn't go to...
So you think if something like this played out in a different state, Wike would not be this powerful and influential?
At all. It's basically because he has access, or he's in charge of basically the properties in the Federal Capital Territory, and that is on the basis that he is able to exert whatever force or whatever power.
Right.
But outside the FCT, I don't think he has that force and that power. So that's why. But then, 2027, our politicians they can never seem or cease to amaze Nigerians. We're always expecting whatever. We don't fix our minds and say this is what will happen, because if you see what is playing out with the ADC right now, it's something that played out some time ago with the APC. This is how the APC came.
Amalgamation.
Yes, the amalgamation, opposition unity, coming together, and they were successful as it is. They were able to kick out a sitting president. So anything is possible. And then it now depends on the integrity of the leaders. Can we have another leader that would say no bloodshed is worth, my ambition?
Yeah.
Can we have another leader that will come out to talk like...
I was talking about former President Goodluck Jonathan.
Former president. So it's a very interesting situation right now in Nigeria. The insecurity, everything, the political space, democracy, everything is interesting right now. So, I mean, we're all observing, but what is wrong is wrong. We can clearly see the wrongs, even if we cannot really point at any rights right now. But the wrongs are glaring. We cannot, it's glaring to the blind. We know what's up. But will these leaders allow themselves to do what is right? That's the question. 2077, we're anticipating, we'll keep advocating for people to vote, and we'll be praying that votes indeed count. Because if votes would count in this country, the day votes begin to count is the day that Nigeria gets better.
Interesting. And still talking about opposition and the political forces behind the politics in this country, one would have thought now that Atiku has officially moved to the APC, and that's no longer a secret. Someone like Mr. Nyesom Wike will now say, look, I need to meet with all the PDP leaders across the country. Let's discuss the future of this party. Let's discuss sustainability. Let's discuss how we can move towards 2027. Now, this is me theorizing in my head, because I'm wondering if PDP were to relinquish its leadership or its reins to Wike, or if Wike were to become so powerful that he takes over the leadership, or as I said, the political structures of the PDP, to what end? Will it be so he can return and, if you like, steer the party into winning ways and stay in charge on whatever level? Or would the idea be to sink the PDP further, thereby giving some sort of mileage to President Bola Tinubu in 2027 and by extension the APC? Because there has to be an objective behind every fight.
Well, the objective is quite glaring, because we saw what happened in the last elections. The whole Wike came out, to talk about, he didn't even, at some point he supported Peter Obi. He verbally supported Peter Obi.
So the obedience were hopeful.
The obedience were hopeful. And then all of a sudden we see what happened in River State. And then he comes out all of a sudden to pledge allegiance to Tinubu. In that same year, he made this utterance, "You will soon know my party." I think he still made it. So it's not something, we have seen Wike's actions. We have seen him move. We have seen him replicate stuff. What he's saying now is not new. "You will know my party." He said that as at when the whole Labour Party and PDP energy was, high. He said it then in River State. So we are not. I don't think anybody will be fooled at this point to not know what Wike is up to. We know that he is, whatever he's vying for he wants to succeed. He might have an agenda, because he has come out for presidential position. He's once been a candidate, so it is not something that is not obvious. He wants that position, and he wants to work with a powerful force to be able to give it to him easily. So, but then he has played, I think he has really, I don't know, but somehow his integrity is really at stake at this point. I don't know which politician will be able to trust Wike, except for the basis of, okay, don't worry, I'll do it for you. Maybe to just, have faith, or basically because we know that you can work in the negative part. Because he has made it known to Nigerians and other politicians that I can't be trusted. No integrity whatsoever. You come out to threaten, come out to do stuff, there is life after this government.
Right.
There is your political ambition after this current government. So politicians should learn how to look ahead. You even want to leave a legacy. Do you not care what name you leave after you even leave this earth? It's something that they should really consider beyond politics.
The long term, yes. Beyond the next election.
Beyond the next election, beyond the next year's election, beyond, even Nigeria.
Right.
Yes.
It's interesting how that we are no longer big on conversations around patriotism, right now. Last year, so I should say 2023, going into the election, just a few weeks into the election, I asked myself, of all these candidates, Ahmed Tinubu of the APC, as it then was, the candidates, Labour Party's Peter Obi, PDP's Atiku Abubakar, Sowore of the AAC, and several others, I asked myself, how many of these gentlemen can you really say, by whatever standard, are patriotic? Can say they are doing this from a place of love for country? Would say before God and man that, look, the only motivation for me, or the cardinal motivation for me, is that I want to see a country that works. Because most times what you see with politicians, what they do in front of us is just to capture power, or in the case of opposition, recapture power, and then the rest is history. Because as it stands like this, today in Nigeria, nothing will work better than it is already if we do not have a crop of men and women who are sincere enough to say, look, it is first and foremost love of country. Everything else takes a backseat. Until we find those people, until we have those people, we'll just be here and talk with little or no results to show for it.
Absolutely. The thing is, democracy is getting better. With everything we see happening right now in Nigeria, before a candidate comes up to say, I want to participate in the 2027 elections, you have gotten to that point where you need to really ask yourself, can I do this?
Right. With all you're saying.
All you have seen. It's not just to come to deceive the people, because people are more aware, and it's going to get better, or do I even say worse?
Yeah.
People are more aware of what is happening. The social media space is a place now where people can express themselves. And for you to be able to work with well-meaning presidents across the world, you need to be able to represent your country in that internet space as a good, you need to be able to give your country a good, image on the internet space right now. Else, a lot of governors presidents around the world might not want to do stuff with you. So I've got to that point where integrity, sincerity of purpose, intentionality, should be part of the criteria to become a president. If nobody tells you, you tell yourself.
Right.
Because the current insecurity right now in the country has, whether we like it or not, has put Tinubu on his toes. We've seen him making statements back to back than he has ever done before. Before now, we don't hear our presidents talk to us maybe on a Democratic Day, or we don't get to hear them speak.
October 1st.
October 1st. But right now, every day he's making, just to exaggerate, he's making statements.
And all of these statements are around the insecurity.
So he's more active than ever. And everybody that wants to participate or wants to come and contest should be aware that this is the reality of the Nigeria we are in. This is the reality of the world we are in right now. It's not more, we're no longer in that time where you just come and tell people, just come and read a manifesto and people believe you, or they just say, I'm not going to vote and people should do what you want to do. No, everybody's active. We have international communities. We have our brothers and sisters around the world in diaspora really wanting, because if we tell ourselves the truth, they are not really enjoying what they really should enjoy in other parts of the world, because that's not home. Everybody's interested in making their country work. If Nigeria works, all of them will come back home. So the force is stronger. The force is stronger, and these candidates should be able to understand that times have changed.
From what you're saying, Priscilla, it's very obvious that going into 2027, Nigerians and indeed the political class must realize that the paradigm has shifted, which means that you are not just going to come to the people, especially for the presidential aspirants and candidates, with the same old story. I'll build you new roads, I'll build you markets, hospitals, schools, and what have you. It has to be first and foremost as a matter of priority number one, how you are going to protect lives and property, how you are going to bring life or breathe life, so to speak, into Section 2 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which means that those whose vote you're seeking must have the guarantees from the ground up that you not only are making commitments or pledges to protect them and their property, you also have shown a track record of doing that. Because most times that's what we don't look at. People just throw different kinds of proposals at us, but we're not asking ourselves, when we look at their last 20 years, whether in public or private service, what have they done that is a semblance or indicative of their ability to do these things they are promising? Because most times they would have been in office before we realize that, hold on a second, this guy doesn't even have what it takes to do all of the things they promised.
Well, I like the fact that states are pushing for their autonomy when it comes to security and it's a good place to start. By the time they are given that autonomy, we'll be able to hold states more accountable. Because right now, everything still boils back to the president, it boils, right up to
the federal government.
Basically, because there is not such autonomy that allows state governors to do what they do. But when that structure takes place, we're able to hold each state accountable. And maybe it boils down to the local government. Because when people come out to say, go and hold your state governors, what structure has been put in place to allow us hold a state government? What structure? And some of them go back to saying, even local government chairman or local, what structure? Is there such an autonomy? Is there such independence in the system? So these are the things we need to address. If we have a well-thinking president right now, these are the things that should be addressed. Everybody should be broken down. Everything should be broken down.
Right. All right. Like Priscilla mentioned, it's a good thing that now we are beginning to again reawaken that spirit of conversation around state policing, how that states should be held accountable on some level regarding insecurity in our country, rather than run to the president or the federal government every time we have concerns around security of lives and property. We're taking a 1-minute break. When we return, we'll just talk to you a little more, and then we'll draw the curtains here on Global Morning. Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and international.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
The president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Let's now wrap it up looking at some maybe role that the states, the subnationals, can also play regarding insecurity. First of all, most of these crimes are local. They are within communities. These communities are within local government areas. Of course, local government areas make up states where you have governors. And these governors, they get allocation every other month. We understand local governments, at least a good number of them, now also gets the allocation bumping up, all right? So these monies must be reflected in how security is provided for people. Because again, they are taxpayers' money. It's not the governor trying to show the state a favor or something. These are monies that belong to all Nigerians, wherever they may be, right? And that brings us to the issue of what governors normally do. Buy a few vehicles here and there, maybe for the police in most cases, maybe for the NSCDC. And then we have seen states now that have their own sort of security arrangements by whatever name and all of that. But they must do beyond that. They must have systems that are sustainable. And then they must also have a culture that beyond rhetorics, beyond we condemn these attacks, this is unacceptable. We see that state governors are throwing their weight behind real-time, concerted, concrete efforts to fight insecurity.
I think that is really logical. If our president is really concerned right now, he needs to really delegate responsibilities. Because if he does it, it falls back on him. The president is blamed. So that is just the wisest thing to do right now.
Right.
And show that delegations, because these things, like you said, are happening in communities. They're happening in local governments. Who is in charge of that local government? Who is in charge of that state?
Right.
Let's trace it down. Let's do the issues from the roots, because that is where they attack. They don't go to the villa to attack anybody. They go to communities.
Right.
So let's put structure in a way that those communities can be protected by the right authorities that are in those communities.
Well, that's what it has to be. We have to fight it from the ground up, all right, until we win this war and surmount. That's our program for you today. We thank you for your time with us. As always, we would like to remind you that the views of our guests on all our programs, their opinions, and the newspaper headlines that we'll bring to you here are neither the ideas of Global TV or the team on Global Umon. We just bring you the headlines exactly as published by their respective publishers. We say a big thank you to the team behind this broadcast. I am Uji Agbomofoegbe.
And I'm Priscilla Obasi, wishing you a beautiful day ahead.